All right, I want to run down the gauntlet of just over-the-top important news in this hour because we have Larry Klayman, who, of course, has won a major case, the only case won against the NSA for illegal spying, exposing that. He's also connected to the NSA documents. He didn't release those to the public. That was our journalist and InfoWars D.C. chief, Corsi, and the press is the fourth of state. We have that right. As long as we don't give out people's personal info and hurt them, and we didn't do that. We gave small snippets of the index of this database of people that were being surveilled that the FBI has had for years and is fully aware of and is not denied. And you notice that there has been almost no coverage of us breaking this last Sunday, 6 days ago. That the entire Trump family is being surveilled going back before Obama, but it intensified under Obama, going right through 2015. And that, by the way, is illegal spying. There weren't warrants on this. They're just targeting for the collection. So they go, oh, it's not exactly, we're not going to listen to it or look at it right now, so we're just going to go ahead and record it all. They're doing it to everybody. The last 6 years when they put that big Utah facility online, and the other big one in San Antonio, they admit they can record everything now. All the calls, all the text, all the faxes, just landlines, everything. They admit it. It's been in congressional hearings. Again, that's what's so frustrating about this. This is all admitted. I told you 3 weeks ago it was foreign intelligence collecting. And they were using it to spy on Trump when he made foreign calls. I told you, that's the law. I told you that the fact is they leaked it, that's what's illegal, and they lied about what was in it. I'm gonna stop right there. It's just when you watch CNN sit there and lie to their viewers and go, there's no spying, it's insane, he made it up, when they'd just been saying they were spying. And then, oh my gosh, Fox News has the big scoop yesterday, the smoking gun. They were attacking Larry C. Johnson, their former commentator, just a few days ago on Fox and CNN, saying he just pulled it out of his rear end. Johnson was saying what's known at the CIA and NSA. He talked to his colleagues. He said, yes, they were ordered to target Trump. It's well known. And now he's been vindicated. Vindicated. We've been vindicated. Trump's been vindicated. You've been vindicated. But see, if we don't have a voice to tell people that the sun came up this morning, they'll start teaching school kids that isn't the sun, you know, that it's a lemon or something up in the sky. I don't know. But we get you the best guests like Larry C. Johnson, former section chief in analysis over a whole section of the CIA. And, of course, we have the articles where CNN says he's crazy just 2 days ago. Oh, the next day proven completely right. He was always right. Bill Binney, former head of the NSA, technical, the guy that actually ran it. Not the little politician Hayden you see in a general outfit or a Space Command admiral outfit, you know, like he's about to be in the new Buckaroo Banzai movie or the new Star Wars. Bill Binney's joining us. That's the type of guest we get you. Former head, the guy that actually ran the NSA. One of the most famous code breakers and super mathematicians in history. They say he's up there with the top 5, 6 people. Total machine. Got SWAT team rated for telling Congress, under law, that they were illegally surveilling Congress. And then it came out. William Binney's right. And after he got SWAT team, of course, other things happened to him he doesn't talk about. That's what real men do. They just keep moving forward when you get poisoned. But Bill Binney will be joining us. And then David Knight is going to host the 4th hour. And Dr. Dick Begich is still here. So I know they're also going to be shooting some other interviews, but I hope you'll join David Knight because that's just an hour wasn't enough with Dick Begich yesterday. And those two are, you know, Knight's a scientist too and an engineer. So these guys certainly get along well. So I hope he's hosting the 4th hour with him today. And then Chris Tonto Paranto, one of the most famous war heroes, not just in this age, but in hundreds of years in America, who single-handedly, with just 6 other people, took on conservatively 300 combatants and killed most of them in Benghazi. He's going to be joining us because we put the call out to every week have a veteran on or active duty folks as well, just to support the commander-in-chief and talk about how they think the country's going. Because, you know, you got the former deputy head of the Defense Department, a Politico, running around saying that they need to overthrow Trump and trying to organize it in the Washington Post and at the Pentagon. So the least our veterans can do is stand up and say, listen, this is our president. He's elected. We're not going to sit here and put up with this. We're not going to physically do anything offensively. But if you try to have martial law or you kill Trump, you people that have all been calling for it, every single one of you that have been calling for the president to be killed or overthrown, you, by law, we will be then the official resistance to a foreign globalist coup. And I'm just telling you, I'm not organizing anything. I'm asking people that are experts in resisting this type of crap to say, look, they're organizing it. I told them months ago, I said they're going to build towards civil unrest, martial law, an attempt to overthrow the government. They're going to call it a civil emergency. And now they're calling for it all over CNN, ABC News, CBS News, Michael Moore, Rosie O'Donnell saying martial law. You know, they're saying kill Trump, overthrow Trump. This is talking points. They mean to do this. They mean to do this. So you understand, everything I've told you is coming true. It's happening because I've studied military doctrine. I've studied historical overthrows of governments. Most of these analysts and people just go read a few books and then, you know, have a CIA title and think they're geniuses. I know what I'm talking about. I know their playbook. I know, and it's not that I'm Mr. Big Shot telling you that. I'm telling you that because you've got to listen to me. And the military's got to listen to me. And people in the intelligence agencies that are loyal to the Republic, and I know it's the majority of you, because quite frankly, I used to get so mad at the agencies and all the military and police going along with the tyranny. And they'd always say, change it on top. We're giving these orders. We don't like it either. What they're doing is running the good people out because we won't do this. It's a litmus test on purpose. And then they make us all get the blame. And I said, well, let's see what you can do then. Wow, the leaks, the intel, the resistance. It was 40% of the victory was the intelligence agencies, from the local police right up to the CIA and the NSA and the Defense Intelligence and the Army and the Marines, just everywhere. I mean, look at all the Army colonels and Marine Corps colonels and generals we have on that blow the whistle on huge operations. That's who exposed Fast and Furious first, before it was ever in the news, was a Marine Corps officer out in Arizona. He's been physically attacked, you name it, death threatened. He knows who did it, the shipments going out of there of weapons from that Marine Corps base to Mexico and then shipped to the Middle East to Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, ISIS. We told you about it a year before it came out in the news, confirming everything he said. You think we have like Marine Corps colonels and people on and they're just making stuff up on air? You think they're just pulling it out of the air? No, they're not. You think William Benny, the former head of the NSA, you think he just pulls this out of the air because he wants to have them come after him and try to kill him and SWAT team him when he's in the shower? Because he told Congress what was happening? The Senate's being spied on. Boom, SWAT team. The Senate is the government. You're not supposed to have the NSA and CIA spying on the Senate. But they're doing it. And they want to sit there and talk to us like we're stupid. So he's coming up. You know, Twitter blocks most of our articles from being shared now. And it'll get real bad, and they'll back off a while. They're testing them because when there's news about it and it ends up in newspapers, they pull back for a while. While they're banning hundreds of other accounts a day of people that are smaller. But together, you're huge. You're bigger than Drudge. You're bigger than I am. You are the power. People say, oh, we'll just leave Facebook. No, we've got to stay on it and force them to not let it go. Like communist China, who's telling them, censor America, we'll let you in. China is saying, we'll give you access to the biggest market in the world for people. They're the second biggest economy, but biggest market in the world for minds, 1.3.5. 1,350-something million people in China, or China, like our beloved president says it. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bong. I throw that in for fun. And they're saying, you oppress your people and we'll let you in. That's so fantastical. That's so nakedly evil. Oh, by the way, Microsoft's allowed in. They work very closely with a special Windows 10 that allows the Communist Chinese to spy on everyone in the country. It's their own little NSA update. China says, thank you. So, let me tell you what else we got in the clips coming up after this break. We knew it. Democrats openly put voter registration cards in the Islamicist refugees they're bringing in the Democrat-run towns and admit they're having them vote. Just like all those states tried to pass laws to let illegals vote. Then they sit there and they play stupid and say nobody's ever had an illegal vote. No, and again, the poor illegals are under the globalist control because they get government money. They make them go vote 5, 10 times to get their welfare check or let them stay in the country. They just go as little zombie bots to go and vote and vote and vote off a list of dead people in the newspaper. That's all they do. They take the dead people out of the newspaper program, run a program of who is on the voter rolls. Okay, these people are all dead. Go vote here. That's all they do. It's very simple. And they don't want laws so that can happen. That's how it works, just like I tell you how the NSA works, and then they all come out and say exactly what I told you years ago and months ago and weeks ago, because we're not just winging it, and I'm not just up here imagining what it is, and then it magically comes true. I'm telling you what is admitted fact. That's coming up. We also have what's up on drudgereport.com, an article by Paul Joseph Watson, and again, I mentioned censorship. All over the internet, they have thousands of Facebook and Twitter accounts saying, kill Donald Trump, go after me, you name it. And some of these things have hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, and they let them sit there and say, we're going to kill Trump or we're going to overthrow America. Hell, they say it on national TV. Time magazine calls for rioting and looting. So does Newsweek. Hunt and kill all white women, Facebook post, deemed not hate speech, Infowars.com. Shocking double standard of social network giant exposed yet again. Yeah, they let the Islamicists call for whatever they want as well. It's just the craziest fomenting. Because here's the deal. They don't like abolitionists and Republican voters and people that weren't racist that can bring us all together. So they're trying to do all this racist stuff to white people. The engineers are, not the idiots, you know, people that are posting this crap. Kill all the white women. They're allowing all that to try to get white people to go into their own circuitous areas and just retreat from society so they can basically balkanize everybody, just like a prison, like I always say, with the Asians here, the Hispanics here, the whites here, the blacks here. And even if you're not a racist, you have to go be, if you're white or you're black, you have to go be with a supremacist group and get the supremacist tattoo or they kill you. If it's a high security prison. Other ones, you just get your ass kicked. Unless you can beat the, gang leader up. And then the warden's going to put you in solitary confinement because he wants the big gang leader in control. That's how it runs the prison. They'll have 3 or 4 gang leaders. Most areas don't have a big Asian population, so they'll have the local gang leader is seen as the criminal government leader. Brzezinski wrote a book in 1977. I read it years ago, The Technotronic Era, where he admits that they control the criminal leaders. That's how it works, too. They kind of saw me, I guess, as a criminal leader. Many times I was approached, but once in front of John Harmon, because we had Rothkopf, the head of the Kissinger group, on that's running so much what we face today. And he said, listen, you're already in the superclass. You've got a big group under you. You lead the opposition movement. Just work with us, and I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. I'll come to New York next week. Meet us, come on, let's do it. CFR, we're ready, Alex. Go to dinner, let's do it. And I said, nope. He goes, I just can't believe it. He said, no one says no to this. Because 99.99% of people never get that call, folks. I wasn't honored. Of course, I'm effective. Of course they tried to recruit me into an anti-American globalist organization. I'm an American. I'm completely loyal to liberty and freedom and my family and you. It wasn't hard to say no to, I can go be, the Kissinger group. Oh, my gosh. That's the top of the CFR, by the way. See, everybody else is clamoring to get into the CFR. I would just bypass the whole CFR and go right to the top. And they told me why. They said your clarity, your focus, the way you cut through to people, you could go to the stars or go on this crusade that's going nowhere. I got told basically that exact same thing more than 15 times by different globalists. Alex, you can take over the world with us or you'll be destroyed. Well, let's see what happens to the New World Order. What's being destroyed right now? You're not laughing now, are you? But see, they already knew the potential. They already knew how precarious their position was. That's why they were trying to buy me off, and so many other people that sold out willingly. But see, we've already changed the world, so now we've made it safe for people to tell the truth. And so all these other organizations and groups and people are now able to follow in our footsteps that weren't bad people. They just didn't have the trailblazing spirit. And so now everybody from Sean Hannity to Rush Limbaugh to you name it can sound just like Alex Jones. And I don't get mad at that because we're winning now. That's how I win, is when everything we talk about becomes the common culture, and that's what they say in the newspapers. Look at Trump, look at the Republicans, look at them. They've got to stop this. If you got to stop picking up what Alex Jones says and what Drudge says, because if that ever happens, it's over for us. But there's one Achilles heel to that, and that's our funding. I want to salute and thank all of you that buy the great products at InfoWarsStore.com. But we know from who does visit and who does buy, it's a fraction of a percentage of people that actually purchase products from us. If just 1 or 2% of you out there listening would buy water filtration you already need, we have the best systems, vetted systems, non-GMO heirloom seeds, high-quality supplements, nutraceuticals, non-fluoride toothpaste that's got iodine and colloidal silver in it. Nobody's got this. If you would just go buy something and sign up for auto ship, you'd get great products, just like our information's cutting edge and you know, very risky and dangerous, we'll admit it. Our products are amazing and high quality and aren't risky. You can go read from third-party sites the thousands of reviews. 4.8 is the average. Thousands of reviews total for the different products. Sign up for the auto ship, an additional 10% off. We have got specials on high-quality storable food, 30 to 40% off that ends this weekend on the full spectrum of the My Patriot Supply InfoWars Select label. InfoWarsStore.com is the umbrella site. We have so many other great products now available at InfoWarsStore.com. Super Blue fluoride-free toothpaste is now back in stock after being sold out for over a month, but this was a limited run. We had problems getting the tubes and getting lined up with the big manufacturer. That's the biggest organic manufacturer in the country for toothpaste. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. It's made on their line, their people, super high quality. We just add what we want into it. That's what we do. We come up with our own products, or we piggyback and private label other super high quality stuff and then discount it. InfoWarsLive.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Victory Series 2 is in. We sold out of the Donald Trump victory. There's even less of these. This is a smaller edition of the Minuteman, the classic Minuteman edition. True art, laser inscribed on the lower systems 4, M4s or 223, you know, M16 semi-automatic type variant systems. Totally legal and lawful as long as it's done privately by you. InfoWarsStore.com. We'll be back. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You gonna sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you gonna be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action.